Welcome back into NFL Toe in the Line Week 9 with your host, Joey Nips.
And that's right, fellas, ladies, whoever is watching out there. We are at Week 9, 7-2 on Thursday night bets. Let's get to it with Toe in the Line.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
It was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, I mean, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, hey, this is so cool. I mean, that was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like he's got the ball yet. I mean, first NFL touchdown means a lot, right? I mean, as a dad, this is so cool to see. It was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house tonight. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little cleared. But we're joined by Pat Donovan.
It looks like Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like you got a little.
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing's happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make us do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers, a wide receiver, Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go. Welcome back into Toe in the Line Week 9 with your host, Joey Nick.
And I'm awesome, and you know it. Thursday night football is upon us. That's all I'm going to say before we dig into the big game.
It's time for that opening coin toss. Pull out those quarters and flip them with your host, Joey Nips.
Heads. Last week was tails. Keep track of these things, people. New Fever Cap shout out was in Indy. Talk about it in locker room talk. Back to my normal voice, though, and back to the game. Dolphins, Ravens in Miami. Lamar Jackson is back. Spread is 7.5. Over under 51.5 at most books. And listen, I'm 7-2, so I can do whatever the hell I want with this bet because if you've listened to me all year, you've won money. So that's just the bottom line, assuming you bet the same amount in each game. So if I have a loss here, I'm not going to feel bad. I'm not going to feel good about it. But we're going to win this, and I'm going to go with the Miami spread because I like that. I would even maybe put it up to 8.5, but I'll keep it at 7.5 for my main bet to count towards my record. Hopefully it's a fun football game. Lamar's back. Tua played good last week. I don't know what the hell, Atlanta. That good for you Bucs fans out there. That was just tragic game played by them and Carolina and really that whole division in general. But getting back to the staying focused here. Yeah, like Miami, not to win, but to cover. Even if it's backdoor, if it's like, let's say it's 31-17 or 28-17, they get a backdoor score to make that cover happen. So I'm 7-2. Let's just follow it. Next week you reassess everything if I lose, but that's your Thursday night action. Going with the Fins to cover, not to win.
It's time for the state of the AFC South. Jaguars, Titans, Texans, and Colts. A deep dive into the division with Joey Nips.
Oh, and I have to brag while I can. 7-1, I never even imagined. Like I mentioned, I was there last week. I said it, so if you didn't know from this week, what the hell you doing? We're back. And it's just good feeling, man. I haven't had this vibe in a long time. Andrew Luck brought a couple seasons. Peyton Manning, we'd always start this way, but to have 2 MVP candidates legitimately in the top 6, 7 in most places right now. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's getting an 80-yard run, 20-yard. I mean, he just shreds. And then Danny Dimes just does his thing to all. That's the thing. You don't want to double one person, but if you single any of them, they're probably better than you. So this is just great. I'm really happy about it being in first because the Jags in Houston, that 2-3 bunch. Tennessee, I feel bad for Cam Ward. Not that he's playing amazing football. Now he's on his second coach. They should have went for it at midfield with like 4th and 4. He was pissed. I don't blame him. Pops was even saying what's going on here. But yeah, they're hard. They're tough to watch right now. They've been releasing people, trading people. It might only get worse before it gets better. But again, because they play the Chargers this week. Justin Herbert, not only do you see him at Dodgers games with his new lady, you see him throwing, slinging touchdowns all over the football field. But looking at Jacksonville, who's 4-3, and Houston 3-4, big win, Houston. Beating San Fran, I don't like to see it, but hey, that's a statement win. They're maybe back on track there with Mr. C.J. Stroud and company. They play Denver, though. That's huge because Denver, we'll talk about them in a bit as well. But even though they're in first, they have the Chargers and the Chiefs. So everyone says even though the Colts are 7-1, Chiefs are the best. And I get it. They win all the time. I agree with it. And then Jags coming off a bye week at the Vegas Raiders. Oh, boy. That's Pete Carroll in the game. They got to step up. Tones and I talk about it. Yeah, he knows what to do. So, come on, Petey. But no, the Jags and the Texans. Who's going to take the step up this weekend? Are one of them maybe? I mean, Texans have a tough game, first place schedule all year. But again, Colts 7-1, Jags 4-3, Texans 3-4, Titans are 1-7, and it's a long journey with Mike McCoy interim coach the rest of the year. Go Colts. We're at Pittsburgh this weekend facing Rodgers. It's a big game for them. They're 4-4. And I know their division stinks, but Lamar, I mean, dude, to be where the Ravens were at to now, if Pittsburgh loses this game and they win, boom. It's a race to the finish, just like everything else. I mean, amazing what could happen there when Joe Burrow's injured. Cleveland just stinks. Flacco went from boom to boom. I mean, don't have to go through it, but there's your state of the AFC South, and I'm pumped to be the 1 seed in football.
It's time to give a toast to Coach Greg Schiano and get those toes on the line with Joey Nips.
Won't show them right now. Do not freak out, fans. We don't need that. Halloween's going to be scary enough, right? Hope you're all getting that in because, they're already moving on to Christmas and shit. It's like, come on. Give us those last couple days of Halloween. Shout out, and we mentioned them in Thursday night, but the Fins. I was going off on them last week, and they said, you know what? For at least 1 week, we're going to handle business and win big. So I toed the line on going off on them. Now I'll take it a step back. Let's see if they step up for me tonight in that spread. Otherwise, they're going to be right back. You can bet your ass on it. This week, first off, NBA gambling. I know it's been a little bit of time now, but what are we doing? Losing more trust. Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier. I mean, just Sands. I just agree. You know, like I watched Charles Kenny and them. Shout out to that show. It's like, what are you doing it for? You're making a bunch of money. You're trying to scrap pennies for your friends. Not pennies, but quote unquote, you could literally give it to them and avoid this trouble. But instead, you have to funnel and do it through a really bad way where people are going to lose trust in your league. And I love the NBA. Can't wait to watch hoops weekly when football, of course, isn't the mainstay. But come on, NBA. Adam Silver, get in front of this. You give the people the power, the players. Make sure you back it up and get shit straightened out. Because from, LeBron getting drafted to his spot, Rose getting drafted to his spot, Patrick Ewing to the Knicks, you could go back to Donnie. You could go back to so many things where people just lose trust every couple of years. Look at Ballmer paying. Anyways, toeing the line. I probably went over. But who I will go over on is F you, Brian Kelly, you sad sack of shit. I'm a Notre Dame guy. You are a loser. I don't care. 34-14, you acted with that Southern accent that you tried to put a fake show on for. You spent the most NIL money this year, and now you are jobless. Yeah, you get to weigh, I think the buyout was 40-50 million. Hope you freaking choke on it. And nothing worse than that. Just, slight choke. But you're a loser, and I've been waiting to go off of you, and I could go off on you because you've done many questionable things going back to your Notre Dame days because you're just a stubborn ass. And I went over the line because I'm not towing the line on that person. And that's the bottom line.
It's time for a sweet treat with Sunday with your host, Joey Nips.
And let's get positive now. Okay, we're back. Last week, Green Bay and Buffalo, I told you they got their treats in, right? Buffalo off the bye week put up 40. Green Bay Sunday Night Football against Rodgers just absolutely manhandled them in the second half. So they were eating some nice treats on that Sunday. Who am I looking at this week? I'm giving two divisions. This is what we're going to do. We're going to look at the AFC West and the NFC West, man. I'll tell you what. Top to bottom, minus the Raiders and the Cardinals, it is up for grabs. The Broncos, I said it, play Houston. They could stay in first with that one. But if they lose, Chargers have an easy game with Titans, and Chiefs have Buffalo. In Buffalo, and it's always Buffalo in the regular season. Well, that changes here because the Chiefs are hot. Everyone says they're the best team in football. Not everybody, but a lot of people go to that. So the winner, whoever's in first at the end of the day there, you get a treat. In the NFC West, Rams, you play New Orleans off a bye. You basically were blessed with 2 byes. So let's see what you got. San Fran, you got the G-Men who just lost Scadaboo. Man, he pops again in fantasy, touchdown, boom. Then next thing you know, dangling. They don't even show the replay. I feel so bad for these players that are getting injured. It's a killer. But San Fran could look to bounce back there. And then Seattle has Washington on Sunday Night Football. So the West divisions, which one of you, 2 of you, are going to get this Sunday treat? Because you both deserve a big one because you're in solid divisions. And it's so jammed up in the top 3. Every week it's just going to be going like this because that's what we get in this league, a lot of purity and purity. Back purdy. Back on. Let's move on.
It's time to get those hands dirty and close things out with some good old-fashioned locker room talk with Joey Nips.
Oh, yeah, back to it. Huge Bulls fan, as you can see here. Hoping we keep the goodness up. We're one of the only 4 undefeated teams left at the time of this, so hopefully it's staying that way. DeRozan and Levine come back to town, so I'm very happy about the Bulls. Like I said, I went to the Colts game. It was a hell of a time. Shout out, Brother Tones was missed. He was doing his thing in Cali. at a wedding, and it was just awesome to be there. We had great seats. Colts kicked the Titans' butt. They give out good free gifts. Even got an American flag on top of that free. Got a shirt. Big guy got it, falling down from the rafters. So just good stuff. Good Sunday staying overnight there as always. Like I said, new cap, new era. World Series. It's been a fun one. They have to go back to Toronto. Who's going to take it home? I don't know, but it's been a fun series to watch, and we'll see what happens to the finish. I'm leaning Toronto. I know. It is what it is. I like their players more. And then if you're a wrestling fan this weekend, Saturday night's main event on Peacock, the Cock Network, CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the main title. Cody Rhodes is going to be on this pay-per-view, along with many more. So if you ever want a little bit of wrestling in your life, load up the Peacock and check out Saturday night's main event. But most importantly, enjoy Week 9. Enjoy this episode of Towing the Line, because we're here this week, next week, and every week until the end of the season. I'm just so blessed to be a part of this, and stay safe and God bless.
Bro, we'll put it like that.
Nice.
What's it like? I was actually there in attendance in Cleveland for Coe's first career NFL touchdown, which was awesome. And,
Awesome.
it was a great game. You could hear me on camera. I was just screaming, "Say it ain't so, Coe! Say it ain't so!" Sadly, from there, the game kind of went off the rails a little. That was the last high moment of that game, but it was a great game. Overtime loss, fun time.
Yeah.
But how was that moment for you? Seeing the first, whether it was on TV, in person, wherever you were, seeing his first NFL touchdown. How was that?
Well, dude, we were at home because it was a away game. We don't travel to a lot of the away games because we can get into that later. But, to watch that and to think I wished I was there live. So to have your video was so cool. And just that, hey, this is so cool. That was so cool for us. Catching it from Tom Brady, right? Like, he's got the ball yet. First NFL touchdown means a lot, right? As a dad, that's so cool to see. And it was fun to watch. And, it didn't have the outcome we wanted, but still the same. What a memory! What a memory to have, right? So,
and honestly,
cool.
those. One of the best guests ever, the Buccateers in the house. You guys hear him on Tampa radio all the time. He's one of the best in the business. My favorite personal in the business. That's why I'm elated tonight. Growing up in the Chicago area, you're used to sports radio. That's what gets me through the day. So this man does help get me through the day, I will say, with the Pat and Aaron show at work. Nothing like it. So it's incredible. It looks like we got Stunna bumbling in. I'm Tampa Tones. We are joined by lead goon tonight, host of the Pat and Aaron show of WDAE, Pat Donovan. And it sounds like Stunna is bumbling a little bit. Going to put him on mute for a second until that gets a little clear. But we're joined by Pat
It looks like
Donovan.
Stunna's hanging out with Cheech and Chong in a car with the windows up or something over there.
It does look like he got a little...
No, my camera's broke.
And he was trying to pull me in big time. And then I was like, nothing happened with Indianapolis yet. Like, I really want to give Indy a chance. And then also I talked to Cody Gruden, once he took over Rich McCann, I'm still like, well, look, I was like, y'all just give me the opportunity to explore free agency, see what's going on, and then can I make it do it.
All right, everyone, you are tuned into the Buccateers of wide receiver Kalen Geiger, and we are about to have a great pod. This is the Buccateers. You're tapped in, and here we go.